Very good morning to one and all. On behalf of Department of Pathology and Department of Obstetric and Gynecology, I, Dr. Vedita Golhar, welcome you all for today's CME on Clinico Pathological Correlation in Reproductive Endocrinology and Preventive Oncology. This CME is being held under the aegis of Platinum Jubilee celebration of our alma mater, the prestigious Institute Government Medical College, Nagpur. Of course, this is jointly organized by both these departments. So let's begin with calling our dignitaries to dais. I request Professor and Head Pathology, Dr. Kamal Ma'am, and Professor and Head Obstetric and Gynecology, Dr. Manjushri Vaikar Ma'am, to escort Honorable Dean Dr. Raj Gajbhir Sir to the dais. Now I request Professor Obstetric and Gynecology, Dr. J.K. Deshmukh Sir, to escort today's guest speaker, Dr. Iqbal Musani Sir, to dais and occupy their seats. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Now I request Dr. Archana Deshpande Ma'am to give a floral welcome to our Honorable Dean, Dr. Raj Gajbhir Sir. I request Dr. Rujita Fuke Ma'am to give a floral welcome to our guest speaker, Dr. Iqbal Musani Sir. Dr. Mansi Shrigirivar Ma'am to give welcome to Professor and Head Department of Obstetric and Gynecology, Dr. Manjushri Vaikar Ma'am. Now I request Dr. Jayashri Tizare Ma'am to give floral welcome to Professor and Head Department of Pathology, Meharbano Kamal Ma'am. Now I request Dr. Moshni Tadas Ma'am to give floral welcome to Professor OBGY Dr. Jitendra Deshmukh Sir. Now I invite all the dignitaries on dais for Deep Prajwalan. दीप ज्योति पर ब्रह्म दीप ज्योति जनार्दन दीपो हरतु मे पापम दीप ज्योति नमोस्तुते. you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Moving forward, after taking the blessings of God, now I request Dr. Archana Deshpande, ma'am, coordinator for today's CME, to deliver welcome note.
Thank you, Vedita. Respected Dr. Gajbie, Dean, GMC Nagpur, Dr. Musani, a very old associate, and Dr. Manju and Mehru, both my friends, respectively Professor and Head of OBGY and Pathology, and Dr. Jitendra Deshmukh, Professor of OBGY. All the faculty today, all the chairpersons, all my friends and colleagues. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you for this very informal kind of a CME on Clinico Pathological curriculum, Reproductive Endocrinology, and Preventive Oncology. This CME was conceptualized in rather a roundabout way. Dr. Musani, as we all know him, a very congenial, friendly person. Most of our seniors who were there in the department at that time remember him as being a very down-to-earth fellow, loves to mix with everyone. He hasn't changed much. This morning I was chatting and it was as though there was no time lapse between the two of us. And so he has been working in Jeddah for a very long. His interests are in clinical pathology with a special focus on hormonal evaluation. When we came to know that he's come here and when we came to know that he's more than willing to give us a talk on hormonal evaluation, we decided that this was a very good opportunity to make use of his expertise and skill on the subject. So also we thought that it would be very, this is interfering, yeah. So we thought it would be very good if you would collaborate with our friends from GynaeOps and give a collaborative kind of a talk. So we have this, and the second part, that's preventive oncology, is Dr. Kamal's area of interest. So we decided to weave together these two topics and present this CME under the aegis of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of our college. So also, Dr. Kamal's area is going to be further exemplified when we release her book, which is going to be at the hands of Dr. Raj Gajbie, respected Dean, Government Medical College. Dr. Raj Gajbie, all of us know him through all these years as a very skilled and an adept surgeon. In the past few days, we have come to know of his administrative skills and his great efficiency in delivering goods. So he entered this college as an undergraduate student, and today he is heading the institute. What a proud feeling for you, sir, and for all of us. So friends, with that short introduction, let me again welcome all of you. I hope you enjoyed the CME with these august speakers, a galaxy of speakers. I'm sure you will. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a moment of pride for all of us in the Department of Pathology that our head of the department, Dr. Mehrbano Kamal ma'am, wished to present her work in the form of a book to be inaugurated by the hands of our Honorable Dean, Dr. Raj Gajbie, sir. Now I request Dean sir and Kamal ma'am to come to the podium for release of book in a soft copy. So please click the link and the book will be released. Give a big hand of applause. Hearty congratulations, ma'am. We'll be releasing the book in a traditional way also. Now I request all the dignitaries to release the hard copy of the book.
Hello. I would like to invite the authors on the dais, Dr. Dharitri Bhatt, Dr. Sandhya Pofri, Fatima, Manjari, Prajakta, Hirkini, and Pramodini. Kindly come on the dais and be with us in this proud moment. This is the book which is still in the Flipkart and Amazon for its pricing and other formalities, and will be soon released, but we have got the e-copy just this morning and I'll try to show you that. Thank you.
Hearty congratulations to ma'am and all the authors of the book. Now I request Dr. Kamal ma'am to say a few words about this venture.
Lights thodi kam. Respected Dean Sir and dignitaries on the dais, I am honored by this gesture in this Platinum Jubilee year. I will be very precise because the book has a very long story, but we do not have that much time. Now, we all know that ours is a very nice department of cytopathology and a very popular department in all over India. And it is one of the few accredited labs which Dr. Grover to Dr. Munshi has cherished and developed. So we as a team would go to different medical colleges and conduct gynec cytology workshops. And during this workshop, one of my students in the outside cities, she just came up and she told me, "Madam, you must write a book." And somehow that sentence, those moments and those words synced in my subconscious. And from that point onwards, I thought of doing this venture. Somewhere in 2015, 2016, I conceptualized this project and handed over the chapters to different renowned persons in this field. The chapters will be running. So this book is a multi-authorial book, and we have authors from Tata, CNCI, Kolkata, RCCI, Trivandrum. We have from Lyon, France, Dr. Basu, and from AIMS, Nagpur, in the form of Dr. Rasika Gadkari, and NCI Nagpur, Dr. Meena Pangarkar, who are heading these departments. Above all, I have my own faculty from my own department, Dr. Dharitri Bhatt, Dr. Sandhya, who had come up on the stage. They have done their jobs beautifully. And I thank all the authors for being with me, for believing in me and believing in this project, and being with me till the end this was released. Now, how this book is different from other books. Now, it is very comprehensive in the sense that we have cytology in details, all chapters. Then we have histopathology of the cervical biopsy. We have histopathology of squamous carcinoma, adenocarcinoma in details. We have the epidemiology part. We have the clinical part. Because I was doing a lot of clinical work in this field, I used to collect the smears myself. I still do colposcopies myself. I wanted to put in all my personal experience into the book as to how to take a very good smear and how to report those smears in the Indian scenario. We have a lot of Western books, but I wanted the difficulties that I used to face. I have put all my personal experience into this book. And the other thing, this book is important because it has the latest chapters of immunocytochemistry and the technical nuances of LBC written by Dr. Manjri, Dr. Prajakta Satavane, and my cytotechnologist, Dr. Mrs. Hirkini and Pramodini, who have given the nuances of the papinococcus stain. Now, this stain, if anybody reads this book, follows these steps, which are very specific for our department, going on for last 25 to 30 years, they can reproduce the stains very well. So I wanted to this book to relate to all the Indian readers, residents and faculties, and not go very far and wide with the foreign readers. And I have made this very clear in my preface, etc. So with this background, I think you could see most of the authors over here. And fortunately, I got my teacher, Dr. Shidham, who's the cytojournal monograph committee head. And we have all stalwarts in cytology from America, from Pennsylvania, Dr. Shikha Bose, Dr. Zubair Belosh, David Wilbur. These are just stalwarts in cytology who are keeping quality of this monograph series. Now, I have a small message from Dr. Shidham, who has taken great efforts to bring this book into existence.
Hi, good morning, everybody. This is Vinod Siddham from Wayne State University School of Medicine at Detroit in USA. I am delighted to be the part of this important book edited by Dr. Kamal with Dr. Bhatia as a co-editor. This is the title, that is Uterine Cervical Cancer, the Bethesda System, which is an important landmark in the CMAS book series. And this is a CMAS book number 3. CMAS is CMAS, which is abbreviation for Cytojournal Monograph and Atlas series. Drs. Kamal and Bhatia expressed interest in compilation of this book, which would have a very wide global impact. So we decided to organize it under the open access charter of the Cytopathology Foundation and Cytojournal. As a series editor of this series, I am impressed with the professionalism and productivity of the team. We thank all the authors and contributors, including the publisher, for their timely efforts. This book, under open access charter with low cost burden to the reader, will be an excellent academic knowledge resource at global level. I wish all the best for the book release events, beginning with the launch of this version, that is the e-version, under eCytojournal today. Thank you.
I had to choose a very dynamic co-editor in the form of Dr. Jaswinder Bhatia. And the times were very difficult, the COVID times, and we wouldn't find a publisher. And this is the time when she kept pace with me, and we did a lot of hard work, and she also contributed chapters in this. So we have a message from...
Hi.
Greetings all. It's an honor to be here today, and I'm privileged to express my thoughts to the gathering. With great pleasure, I would like to begin my acknowledgement by thanking Dr. Kamal, who made it possible and who made me part of her journey, for her unwavering support, advice, and encouragement. This journey had its ups and downs, many moments of self-doubt, saw many difficult phases and many hindrances, but with her perseverance and encouragement, this book could see light of the day. I'm grateful to the book's authors for making it unique, making it special. It covers every aspect of cervical cancer. Its hallmark is its simple conversational writing style, which will quickly connect with the readers of all specialties, be it pathology, gynecology, preventive, oncology. It includes interpretation of smears, differential diagnosis, and case management. And this could not have been possible without the blessings, ongoing advice, and support of my friends, elders, and co-workers. I want to use this time to express my gratitude to my husband, Dr. Jagdeep Singh Bhatia, for his continued encouragement and support. I'd also want to thank my son, Dr. Ravjot Singh Bhatia, for his perseverance and patience. This endeavor wouldn't have been feasible without the blessings of my parents. This book is valuable for academic institutions, fellows in super specialty of cytopathology, cytotechnicians, cytoscreeners, nurses, and paramedics. There are microphotographs which span the entire spectrum of benign and malignant lesions of cervical cancer. This book also discusses the nuances of liquid-based cytology. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Sheedam sir and his incredible and amazing team for seeing this book through. Last but not the least, I'd again thank Dr. Kamal for giving me this life-changing opportunity and experience. Ma'am, and heartiest congratulations to all. Thank you so much.
Now, I think you'll actually see the e-version of this book, which was just uploaded today morning. And Dr. Shidam has been very kind enough to keep it free for download for 24 hours. So all of you can use the link and get the book today. After that, the pricing of Amazon and Flipkart will come. I'll just flip the pages and वाली फाइल बंद करना पड़ेगा ये वाली फाइल बंद करनी पड़ेगी Which one? Yeah, put on. Yeah, it is. इसमें से नहीं लेना है ना अपने को Sorry for the glitches. So these are the few initial pages of the book. My teacher, Dr. Verma from AIMS, Dr. Basu, head of WHO in Lyon, this is how the chapters will be looking. This is the chapter number 3 by Dr. Dharitri Bhatt. So that is all, and I I'm once more, I'm very thankful to Dean sir for inaugurating this book and providing us with all the facilities for this occasion. Thank you everybody.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure the book will be a very helpful guide to the students of pathology and all. Now I request our Honorable Dean Sir, Dr. Raj Gajbhe Sir, to address the gathering. We are fortunate to have very encouraging and strong pillar to the Institute, our Dean, Dr. Raj Gajbhe Sir.
Well, good morning, the dignitaries on the dais, respected Dr. Musani, Dr. Kamal Madam, Dr. Jitendra Deshmukh, my batchmate and my colleague, Dr. Vaikar. I can recognize the presence of Dr. Hazare in the audience, Dr. Maravar, my friends, dear colleagues. At the outset, let me thank the organizers, the Department of Pathology and the Department of Gynecology for having me here for this function for this one-day conference on Clinico Pathological correlation of reproductive endocrinology and preventive oncology. So I congratulate both the departments, Department of Pathology and Department of Gynecology, for having this gesture of organizing together a common topic which for the students and the staff of this college, and of course the pathologist and the gynecologist from the city also. So the topic itself seems to be a complicated one. Clinico pathological correlation of reproductive endocrinology. I mean, once the endocrinology comes, then probably the things become all the more difficult to understand. But then with the deliberations of today's stalwarts and the faculties and of course the chairpersons, their inputs are going to be very much valuable for the audience. Mainly it must be dealing with infertility. That is what I think. I just wish to tell, as far as the infertility of the is concerned, to especially the gynecology department, that you should start even venture in uterine transplant. The uterine transplant was first done by Dr. Shailesh Puntambekar, who is also a very dear friend of mine and a colleague. And we had an informal talk, and he said that even we can start this project at GMC also. So that was the first of the uterine transplant which he has done in the world. So, and after that few uterine transplants were done by him. So in case if it is possible, it is feasible, we can see if even if the transplant can be done at our medical college. I congratulate Dr. Kamal for coming out with a book and the e-release of this book, and especially the important chapters which has been done by her colleagues from the department. And it's a very important gesture from you, so that encouragement is there to your juniors to again go ahead and writing a book in the future. As far as the preventive oncology is concerned, probably India is a country where we always get, the preventive oncology aspect of the disease, it takes a backseat. And that is all because of our traditions, and the awareness is very poor. Even I think in learned families, the learned females also, they do not come out with openly when the disease is early for a gynae checkup, and probably whatever is pap smear, which can detect in early stages. Even in educated families, they are hesitant to show it to a doctor, and so that the disease can be diagnosed in early stage. So with all these important topics, I hope that you are going to gather the knowledge. It's going to be a very fruitful event for the day. I once again congratulate both the departments and welcome Dr. Musani for this important conference, and I thank you very much for inviting me here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable support and guidance. Now I request Dr. Kamal ma'am to felicitate our chief guest, Honorable Dean Dr. Raj Gajbhai sir, with a token of respect. Now I request Dr. Mansi Shirgirewar ma'am, Associate Professor, Obstetric and Gynecology, to deliver vote of thanks.
Respected Dean Sir, Dr. Raj Gajbhai, Dr. Musani Sir, my professor and both the professor, Dr. Deshmukh Sir and Dr. Vaikam Ma'am, Professor and HOD, Dr. Kamal Ma'am, and the dignitaries of the dais. A very good morning to all of you. As I'm here to put forward a vote of thanks. I'm really, on behalf of Department of Pathology and Department of OBGY, I'm really thankful to Dr. Raj Gajbhai sir, our Dean, for encouraging, for guiding, and for supporting for organization of this CME. Here, I would like to again thank Dr. Vaikam ma'am and Dr. Kamal ma'am, both the professors and HOD of Department of OBGY and Department of Pathology. They had that idea and they had started with this concept of putting forward clinico pathological and endocrinological aspect of organizing a CME. Hope it will be a very informative and knowledgeable CME for all the students of pathology and OBGY, and as well as the practitioners of the city present over here. Thank you very much, Vaikam ma'am, and thank you very much, Kamal ma'am, for organizing this CME. Here, I would like to again thank you, Dr. Musani sir. He had come all the way from Saudi Arabia for giving us a hopefully very good, informative and knowledgeable lecture on endocrinology of reproduction. All the complicated hormonal ups and downs in all the phases of a woman. Hopefully it will be a very good and good and informative and knowledgeable. Thank you very much, sir, Dr. Musani, sir, for being here for delivering this speech. I again thank Dr. Kamal ma'am, as she had, we are fortunate enough to have the release of her book on CA Endo and CA cervix and Bethesda system, which appeared as she has put forward the e-version. We just now had seen the glimpses of it and appeared to be a very good and informative and guide as well for all the clinician of OBGY as well. So I'm taking this opportunity to thank you, ma'am, for releasing your book on this occasion, and we are fortunate enough to have that the period of free availability of that link, and I think all of us are going to download it and go through it. So thank you very much, ma'am. Then formally, I would like to thank, not formally, I would like to thank, take this opportunity to thank you, Dr. Vaikam ma'am. Dr. Vaikam ma'am, professor and HOD OBGY. She happened to be my teacher, my guide, my mentor since my undergraduate days. What I had this time in her unit, an experience which will, I will just summarize that she had that vision of Sitaro se aage jahan aur bhi hai. So under her guidance, we are organizing with the help of, with the coordination of Kamal ma'am, this organization of this CME. I feel that this will be the first milestone in upgradation of OBGY department in GMC, and hopefully we are in her guidance going to get a lot of CMEs and lot of exhaustive academic sessions which will be very useful for the students, for the PG students as well as UG students and all other faculties of this college and out of this college. Thank you very much, ma'am, Vaikam ma'am, for giving us this opportunity to be a part of this CME. Lastly, I would like to thank you, Dr. Aher madam, who is in charge of this API hall for the sound and other arrangements which she has supported us in that. And lastly, I would like to thank you, the pharma company, Bharat Serum. They are going to provide us delicious lunch after this particular CME. What I would like to summarize my vote of thank with a simple share, which is a very inspiring share from the great poet Allama Iqbal. Here there are few Urdu words which I would like to just explain before I recite the share. It is qasr ka matlab hota hai mahal, sultan and Shaheen is eagle. Eagle एक ऐसा बर्ड जो आपको ऊंचा उड़ने के लिए इंस्पायर करता है. अल्लामा इकबाल ने अपनी शायरी में हमेशा इस ईगल को सामने रखा और हम सबसे कहा कि आपको ऐसी ऊंचा उड़ान भरनी है. तो ये एक शेर आप सबके लिए. नहीं तेरा नशेमन कसरे सुल्तानी के गुंबद पर, नहीं तेरा नशेमन कसरे सुल्तानी के गुंबद पर, तू शाही है बसेरा कर पहाड़ों की चट्टानों पर. तो under guidance of Dr. Vaikam ma'am, Dr. Kamal ma'am and Dr. Gajbie sir, now we can take that udan and reach to the height of Sitaro se aage jahan aur bhi hai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. With this, we have come to the end of the inauguration function. and we are going to start with the scientific session immediately. So now I request all the dignitaries on dais to occupy the seats in audience. We are going to start with the scientific session immediately. So our first speaker for today's CME is Dr. Moshmi Tadas Parpillewar ma'am. She will be speaking on management of infertility in polycystic ovarian syndrome. Dr. Moshmi Tadas ma'am is Associate Professor in Department of Obstetric and Gynecology. She has won many prizes in various national and international conferences in paper and poster presentations. She has been faculty in many conferences and many publications to her credit. She has special interest in high-risk obstetrics, infertility, gynecologic endoscopy, vaginal surgeries, and clinical research. To chair this session, we have chairpersons Dr. Sunil Ambulkar sir, a renowned senior consultant endocrinologist in the city, and Dr. Kshama Kedar ma'am, Professor and Head of the Department, Obstetric and Gynecology, SVN GMC Yavatmal. I request both the chairpersons to occupy their seats. Dr. Sunil Ambulkar sir, Senior Renowned Consultant Endocrinologist in the city, and Professor and Head OBGY SVN GMC Yavatmal, Dr. Kshama Kedar ma'am. Now I hand over the proceedings to the chairperson.